So now I want to talk about differentiation and action and how we can be proactive as music teachers and supporting our administration in understanding how differentiation looks in our classrooms. Oftentimes when administrators come into our classroom, their plate is so full with things they have to do and think about and make sure the school is running properly and the teachers are doing their job effectively, right? And so a lot of the times, too, they don't have a background in music, so it's hard for them to see what differentiation actually looks like in the classroom. So there's a couple of things that I think that we can do as music teachers. The first one is have an open line of communication. This was really pivotal in my experience with my administration. It's just having that open line of communication, having constructive discussions about how differentiation looks in my classroom as opposed to a general education classroom, because they do differ greatly. And, if they're not really looking with a magnifying glass, they may not see it based on what they experience when they come to observe me in my classroom, right? So having that open line of communication. I know I had one observation where my administration just thought I was playing some singing game, like some silly game, and we were just having fun. But in reality, I was doing like 6 things in regards to differentiation when it came to that particular lesson. She just didn't see it as that. So it's just a conversation I had with her. It wasn't me being angry or upset, because she didn't have a background in music, and I just had to understand that and help support her along that way. Another way that I think that we can do that is to specifically pinpoint this in your lesson plan. Now, what you see on your screen is an example of a beginning orchestra lesson plan in our instructional resources for music that can be found on the Godot Fine Arts website. I just wanted to pinpoint that every lesson that we have in our instructional resources actually has specific sections dedicated for differentiated learning. As you can see, there's a section for increased rigor for students who need an extra challenge, and a section for adapted assignment for students who need additional support. Those are in every lesson plan that we have, and it should be, in my opinion, considered a best practice. I did this as a teacher as well. Not only did I do those 2 things, but I also added how I was reaching each learning style, whether that was oral or visual or kinesthetic or tactile. However I was trying to reach those learning styles, I added that into my lesson plan too, so that when administrators came and looked at my lessons, they saw that I was, one, intentionally planning for the differentiation to happen, right? So they knew that I was supporting my students who needed my help. And 2, it helped them and supported them, because if they didn't know what to look for, I had everything listed out for them. So it was very easy for them to see the differentiation once I had it written down specifically what I was doing in my lesson. So I wanted to provide you with those 2 examples of how you could be, again, proactive in helping your administrators understand differentiation in the music classroom. So I wasn't able to be as specific as I would have liked to be in regard to differentiation strategies for each music content area at each grade level. That would have been a very long webinar. But I did want to provide you with an opportunity that you may or may not know about. We have some content-specific virtual professional learning communities that are all housed on our new platform called Godot Community. This can be found by going to community.godot.org, and basically you sign up using your school district email account, and it is a platform in which you can connect, collaborate, and share ideas, resources, ask questions to other members in your community group that are all content specific to the content area that you teach in music. We currently have PLC leads that are from all over the state of Georgia, that kind of facilitate the discussions that are being had on the platform itself. And they also lead monthly webinars, and there will also be topics for each of these PLC groups on differentiation for your specific content area. So I would really urge you to, if you want to learn more or get more ideas for differentiation for your specific content area, to check these out by going to community.godot.org and signing up today. Thank you so much for watching this webinar on differentiation in the music classroom. My hopes are that you were able to learn something new, Take some time to reflect on it and begin to use the information discussed in this webinar to inform your own teaching practice and support your efforts to becoming the best fine arts teacher you can be in order to reach and teach all students in your own classrooms. Here is my contact information if you would like to discuss this further or have any additional questions. I'd love to chat with you. I would ask that if you have a moment to please fill out our brief feedback survey using a QR code reader or type the URL in your browser. One of our goals at the Georgia Department of Education Fine Arts team is to provide relevant and informative, content-specific professional development for fine arts teachers across the state, so any feedback you could provide us with would be greatly appreciated and highly beneficial so that we can provide you with the best professional development possible. Additionally, if you need a certificate of completion for documenting professional development hours, there is an accompanying quiz that you can take in order to receive a certificate of completion. In order to receive your certificate, you must pass the test with a score of 80% or higher. The certificate will be emailed to you shortly after submitting a passing score. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day.